What episode is this? Episode
4.
4. Is that IV?
Cuatro.
In Roman numerals?
Yeah, IV.
IV. All right, Ethan, where are we today?
We're in the garden.
Who's been working on the garden?
Who's been working on? Edie has been working on the garden. And Elaine and Sandy and a lot of other people. There's been a lot of people working on the garden.
So I'm Ross.
And I'm Ethan.
And this is Edie. All right, hey Edie, how's it going?
It's good. Thank you for that.
Do you want to tell us a little about your garden?
Well, Ross, it's got lots of green things. We have vegetables and flowers. Vegetables and flowers.
Cool. What else?
And we're working on hopefully getting a fence. This thing that I'm sitting on right here is a rain barrel. We're gonna set that up so that we can harvest some rain from the sky and use it to water the plants, because that's sustainable.
Yeah. Sustainable. All right, the big thing that we have been doing this past week is we have been painting cabins. We have been peel bonding cabins. Mm-hmm. So Ethan, what is peel bonding?
Peel bonding it's Elmer's glue. That is basically what it is. It is adult Elmer's glue, and it is just like a preemptive layer of paint that we slap on all the cabins.
Elmer's glue.
Yeah. Yeah, not paint. Elmer's glue. It's glue, and we just smack it on there, and it makes it all nice and good for when we actually put paint on the cabin. So it's the first step of many.
All right, and then the next step is caulking the windows. What is caulking the windows?
Caulking the windows
and door frames.
Yeah, caulking all that stuff is just like a giant tube of cookie dough.
So we have Elmer's glue and we have cookie dough. And another thing that we do is we mask off all the windows and anywhere we don't want the Elmer's glue and the cookie dough to be. Oh, and we paint. And then we paint. Yeah, we started on the boys' side today, and we painted Barnabas and St. Stephen's, and we got to use this fancy-dancy widget called a spray gun, which basically is a constant stream, not constant, but like we can control it, stream, or spray, not a stream, a spray of paint that really speeds up the process of painting all the cabins we have out here. So that'll be a lifesaver. And then we go back through with the roller and we roll all the paint on there, and we roll it all, and we roll it all, and we roll it all.
And then we take the fire hose and we fill it up with paint. It just splatters the whole wall.
Yeah, and it's really efficient.
That's the next step.
That's the next step, but yeah, it's really efficient because we can just spray on all the paint, and I think it's really cool.
Yeah. So, our new deck is almost halfway done, which is crazy to think about.
So close.
So close. And it looks really nice, and if you're heavy enough, it bounces.
Mm-hmm. And we want to say a big shout out to Mike and Tristan, our fantabulous contractors. They have worked day in and day out, just treks in and treks out. It was fantastic, everything that they've been doing, and we're so lucky to have them.
They've been really good.
Thank you, Mike and Tristan.
Going at it.
Oh yes. Another special guest that we have here in the garden is a
peed.
A peed.
A centimilla, who knows what.
100,
peed.
I don't know. It's
okay.
Orange and black.
It's time for you to stop crawling towards me.
Out at camp, we have a lot of adventures that happen, and some of them are on purpose, and some of them aren't. And so, one time, we were out at Waterfront, and, no, Becca was actually out at Waterfront, and she spotted a flipped sailboat. And so we went out there in the whaler, and we helped them flip their sailboat back over. And then 2 days later, we spotted another flipped sailboat. And then we went out and we helped the flipped sailboat because we are the Lofts Bay Watch. And we watch the lofts and the bay. And the Lofts Bay Watch.
We also had to say goodbye to one of our volunteers for the summer, that was out here, Laura Pallarine.
We love you, Laura.
Who was
We
here
miss you, Laura.
she was here for a long time. She was here for approaching
Little over
2
half
months.
the summer.
Yeah.
A little over half the summer.
And so we had to say goodbye to her. She went home, but we had a nice dinner cruise, and we gave her presents.
A
And
proper send-off.
It was like Christmas.
It was like Christmas, but you had to say goodbye instead of hello. So Laura, if you're watching, how diddly do.
We miss you.
As you can see in the links below, we have a link to letters from camp, we have a link to the prayer jar, and we have a link to all of our social medias. And people have been wanting to send us things, and they don't know how because they don't know the camp address. And so the camp address is 42353 West Coeur d'Alene Lake Shore, Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, 83814.
Thank you.
Ethan,
Yeah.
where was last week's Guess Where? You know that little blue sign thing that's in Wells? Where is that?
I was like, I don't know.
The blue sign that's in Wells? Where is
Yeah.
that?
That blue sign is in Wells.
So yeah, for those of you who got it, cheers to you. So, good job. Ethan, do you want to introduce where... Actually, do you want to introduce not where this week's Guess Where is?
Yeah, this one.
Where is it?
Tell us.
You know what to do. You know
I don't
how
know.
it's done.
I have no
Guess
idea.
where and comment below.
Do you know where it is?
That's camp. Okay, so Quampcast, we have questions and we have answers.
Sometimes.
So our first question comes from Greta.
Greta.
Greta. Greta wants to know, what is the longest camp song in the campfire book?
3 sharp-toothed buzzards, but with
No.
300.
Whoa. I didn't think about that. Becca wants to know, what is your favorite campfire song?
My favorite campfire song.
I'd have to say that my favorite campfire song is indeed 3 sharp-toothed buzzards.
I really like that one too, but I think I do like the 3 bears.
Oh! I changed my mind. The 3 bears.
You kept
Along
that's
with
okay.
3 sharp-toothed buzzards.
Anything with 3 in it.
Buzzards.
Anything with 3 in it. It's good.
3.
It's gonna be good.
The Holy Trinity. The Holy Goldie Bears. The Holy Goldie Bears. And then Amelia asks, what is camp's address? Rewind!
Address. And so the camp address is 42353 West Coeur d'Alene Lake Shore, Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, 83814.
You already knew. We already told you.
Yeah,
So,
silly goose.
Good question, silly goose. Go get in the
hop
pond.
in the pond.
Go hop in the pond. And Daniel wants to know, how is the campfire looking after the service project from last year's senior high? So, sorry, Daniel, the campfire isn't looking too good from the stage-wise, because we built a stage. If you didn't know, last year, the senior high campers from last year, we built a little stage using rocks and props. We propped it up and made a really cool stage. Thank you, Adam Pallarine, for that wonderful stage idea, and it was fantastic. Like, it looked really cool.
For the little bit that it lasted.
For a little bit of that lasted, but the fire pit still looks amazing.
And all the benches and the
Gets a lot of use.
the
benches
terraces we made for the benches.
terraces, fantastic.
They're fine.
The benches, mediocre.
But the stuff on the water.
The view,
immaculate.
it's time to go to Edieisms. All right, Edie, tell us a fun fact about you.
I am Edie.
All right, that's it for today's Edieisms, and we'll see who the next special guest is from next week.
Oh, that was so much.
Okay, Edie, do you want to tell us what our last thing of Campcast is before we have to go?
The most important.
The
thing
most
of Campfire?
important, and the one we always forget?
Did you know
Did I know?
that the fun fact of the week is
The fun fact of the week is
that donkeys
that donkeys
will sink in quicksand,
will sink in quicksand,
but a mule won't?
but a mule won't. I miss the mule. I don't like hauling things up the road. It's not very nice.
Everybody say a prayer for the mule.
Okay, if you enjoyed this week's episode of Campcast, let us know in the comments below, and we'll be sure to get back to you next week. Leave us your questions, your comments, your fun facts, ideas, and everything. But before we go check out Crafts with Claire, go check out Cooking with Pia, go check out our worship, and go check out previous campcasts.
Duh.
Duh.
I think it's a wrap.